As in 1951, I joined the Board of Guardians then as a teenager, as the junior. And I was there till 1957. I had then got married and I was having my first child, and I had to leave to help my late husband in his work. So the 6 years I was there beforehand, there were talks of housing for the Jewish community. And this was going on for quite a while, and these talks were what they called secret talks, because there were certain affluent members of the community who were putting money together to try and start and see if they could get funding for the Jewish community for social housing. In those days, I didn't really know too much about it because, as I say, the talks were not well known to the community. When I left the Board of Guardians to help my husband, I stayed with them as a volunteer with the Meals on Wheels and looking after the clothing store, which was downstairs in the building that we were in Brunswick Place. So my association with the Welfare Board goes back to 1951. So I was there from before day one. I was taking notes at the conversations that were being had that formed the HSFA. And then when I decided, well, I really didn't want to work as often, so they compromised and they said, we can give you your job 1 day a week, just stay with us, but solely for HSFA, not for anything to do with any of the work with the social workers or with the chief executive at then. So I thought, well, that's a good idea, and that's where I've been ever since, and I'm still there 1 day a week, working for, I'm the administrator of the HSFA. I think they contributed to the community that once they had decided which way they wanted to go, who they were going to provide houses for, then it became known to the community, and the community made their thoughts known as, yes, of course, I would like to live away from town where they lived, maybe off North Street or further up Chapeltown Road. They wanted to move further up into North Leeds, and yes, it would be a good idea to have a housing association. So they gave their go-ahead for the building, and they gave their consent to it by putting their names down for property. I think the fact that all the flats and houses are full gives you the answer to that. It's needed because people want it. They want to live independently, but they want to live within a social society. A lot of people prefer not to, but I think as you get older, the places where you live become too much for you to run, too expensive for you to run. Isolation, which is a big thing. So people don't want to be isolated. They want their own life and lifestyle, but to be able to come together as one in a community. the fact that people have been asking for it for a long time and it's never been available, and why are you building just for the elderly when there are young families who need help? So why not think of these families? And it's taken a long time to get to this stage. Oh, all the very best, because they've just gone from strength to strength, and I just hope they continue.